Okay, I want to talk about God's mercy. The Bible says that God's mercy endures forever. And I had it up here, I got to bring it up again. Okay, here we go. God's mercy. Okay, Psalms 136 verse 2 says, "Oh, give thanks unto the God of gods, for his mercy endures forever." That's a long time. Hosea 14:3 says, "The work of our hands, ye are God, for in thee the fatherless find mercy." In God. Not just mercy, but everything that goes with it. The Lord has some conditions where he doesn't show mercy. Even though he is a very merciful God, he is very long-suffering. You wonder why some people go on doing bad for a long, long time, and it seems like they get away with it. Well, the reason is God's mercy is like that because God's trying to get their attention. The Lord's trying to get their attention, and he's trying to get them to turn their hearts around. His mercy is very enduring for that cause, because of that. Because, see, hell lasts a long time. God's serious. He's not playing any games. This is a very serious thing in life that God has put together in his own thoughts. He's put this together in his own way. It's not the righteousness of man, it's the righteousness of God which has caused the Lord to do these things. And it's why the Lord waited until the very last thing that Samson did before he drew back his strength from Samson. God gives a man every break. He gives him every chance. According to the personality of God that I find in the Bible, the Lord will practically wait an entire life of a person, for a lot of people, with them being evil their whole life. God knocking at the door, trying to get to them, sending people to talk to them. I don't know how many unbelievers that I've talked to, and some even proud atheists that I've talked to about the Lord. And I remember sitting down one time talking to brother-in-law of my sister. For about 4 hours we sat there and talked with him and his girlfriend, and they of course rejected religion altogether, and trying to get them to see some kind of truth in the Bible. But the more I learned, or rather the more I lived, the more I learned that there is some basic truths in the Bible that men just can't get away from. For instance, all the good that we know is the Ten Commandments and stuff like that. And what was wrapped up in that apple with Adam and Eve in the garden. And it's the basic knowledge of good and evil that we all have in us today, but men just refuse. Some men who totally rebel against God, they simply refuse to see or even look at it, that for a possibility. You know, they got to be thinking in their mind, though, is this real? Is this true? This is all that we know. Because if it is, you know, then they're wrong about what they believe. And of course they are. But that's God's mercy. God endures past the understanding of man. I know if it were me, I would have hit some folks with a lightning bolt a long time ago. You know, I mean, some of the people they're just so evil. And but I'm glad it's not me. I wouldn't want that on my conscience of having. I gotta turn this show off. They got a floozy little lady on there. I don't want to see. I'll put news on. There we go. And that's the way God does it. He continues to show mercy even though they continue to be evil, because of that purpose, because of final judgment. I've talked to some people and I finally just told them that, look, this is done for your judgment. When you walk before God, He's going to repeat this to you, what I've said right now. And He will. And I believe that, and it's going to happen. It'll take place. And it's strange where some people's mind dwell. Not knowing their own heart, and therefore they pass judgment upon themselves. But God endures until the end, to give them every chance. And that's what God's mercy is all about. Okay, so alrighty, I thank you for joining me again today, and right here on Crossing the Middle Ministry. I almost forgot, the TV's distracting me. I turned it on to get a little bit more light, but then it's distracting me. No, it's not another one. It's people dumping ice on each other's heads. Again, kind of goofy to me, but anyways, Crossing the Middle Ministry. Be here tomorrow. God bless.